What's going on, everyone? Talon back here, and today we are going to be going over kind of a big update, but we need to wait to see exactly what half of it potentially could be, because even though it looks like a step in the right direction, it potentially just simply might highlight the key problems that have been present for quite a while. So without further ado, let's get into all the information that we know so far, okay? So as of right now on the JP version of the game, global, hopefully you get this very soon as well, is that it is letting us know that, hey, after the World Tournament, which is a little unfortunate, but after the World Tournament, we are going to be getting the version app update 3.13. And it is supposed to majorly, besides obviously a lot of probably little bugs and everything like that, like most updates do, it is going to be updating the friend system in the game. And at first glance, everyone's going, oh my gosh, they're finally doing it. It's going to be awesome, right? Well, we're not really sure yet, okay? So first off, this first little I guess, news page right here is for part 1, essentially. And then, so it even says right here, this is part 1 of it. And then if you click on this one right here, if you scroll down on next to it, you'll see, oh, it's part 2. Now, this one is talking about the friend system in general. It talks about a filter and how you'll be able to filter out type and categories. So character or type. So this is the kanji for type right there. Ya means and in Japanese, and then obviously katakana for category. So kategori de. And then you'll be able to filter through it essentially, just like anything normally. Click here on the link, of course, if you're in the game, and you'll be taken to the Twitter page. This page talks about the friend system in terms of you giving friend support, okay? So friend supporto, okay? So basically, when you set somebody as your leader, as of right now, currently in the game, if you are friends with somebody, they can use your friend, right? So if I set my LR Vegito to the leader of one of my teams, and that's my main team currently on the game. And then say, for example, my friend D-Free or someone else goes in there, and they can say, oh, hey, look, Talon was using Vegito Blue. I need Vegito, so I'm going to be able to take him right now. Of course, the downside is that you can only use him once, so that is something right there. So let us go check out the Dokkan Twitter page real quick, and let's take a look at what's really changed, okay? So let's start with the friend system itself, okay? So if we scroll down here, I'm going to do this really slow, okay? I'm going to let you guys watch through it first, and then I want to highlight a few things, okay? So let's go through it. If this wants to go for me, that is. Here we go. No, come back. Okay, here we go. Okay, so right off the bat, we see some basic stuff that we can really see, okay? So first off, we have down here, essentially, if you do not want to do it. Oh, okay, this is going to follow me, isn't it? Okay, okay, perfect. Okay, so here's my cursor right here, and this is called, this little katakana down here essentially is the filter part, okay? So you're allowed to filter out the type like it showed beforehand, and also into the categories if you want to, right? You can select things you want to see, you can select types you don't want to see. Very basic stuff that we see right now in terms of just looking at your own cards, right? You can filter your cards to show basically whatever you want, essentially, okay? So what they showed was, first off, okay, hey, I'm going to clear everything out so you can't see any friends, and then I'm going to show this STR types, right? I want to find an STR friend, and it showed STR, and of course, because they're using their own server, I guess, or whatever the reason is, you saw very basic, you know, SR Frieza, the Golden Frieza, which is totally old, and that was basically it, right? And then they cleared that out, and then they showed us the half-breed Saiyans essentially right here, see? So this is the kanji again for half Saiyans, a half Saiyan category, and then of course it's not going to show necessarily leaders in that category, it's just simply showing cards from that category. So of course that's why you see all these level 1 rare int Gohans essentially, right? So couple things about this. At first glance, this looks like, oh yes, finally, okay, I want to go in, I want to find an STR lead, boom, I can go ahead and find it. The problem at first glance, after that first glance, is the fact that this is very similar to the problem that we currently have with things like Super Battle Road and other events that require you to bring certain types of friends. So if you guys don't know, or you haven't used it in a while, basically what happens is when you go into certain events, we're going to use, for example, the LR events, or maybe like the Farmville LR events, or the Super Battle Road, okay? If you go into Super Battle right now and you would go to, I don't know, Extreme Strength, okay? You're going to face off against Extreme Strength, which means you need to bring Super Agility. As of right now, what they do is you give you a base Vegeta Super Saiyan 4 at SA10, no orbs or anything like that. So that's the special right here. So where this Gohan is currently on this page, we would see Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, right? And then after that, if any of your friends happen to have an agility friend as their leader, essentially, then it'll show them too right below them as friend, or if potentially within the pool of guests and other friends, essentially, that can be used before you could go into the event, back out because you couldn't find anything, and it would reset the pool of friends. Because remember, you're not connected to every single person in the game. You're like in a pool of characters that you can go ahead and see that you could take as a friend, right? In order to then go into the event and beat it and everything like that. So basically what happens is, as of right now, is that you would see the base friend that they give you, so note the special part, right? Then you'd have your friends if they had agility units, and then also guests if they happen to have those as well. Anything else that was not super agility, again, we're focusing on Super Battle Road for a second here, anything that was not super agility was crossed out, you couldn't select it at all, you wouldn't be able to go into the event. That's basically what happened, right? And then of course, if you hit refresh, then you would hope to try and find something else, but because it is so small in that pool of friends there for only one type or one category, then you end up doing this thing where you hit the refresh button like 2 or 3 times, and then that's basically it, right? You start going through, you're like, okay, I can't find anything. Select the friend that they give us, go into the event, back out because it doesn't take any stamina, and start again and hope that you find something, right? So all this filter so far does is just simply allows us to show what Super Battle Road kind of already does, right? It's not going to be crossing out any friends or anything like that, but if some of my friends have more physical units that I don't really want to use, you know, LR Gogeta, things like that, and I'm like, I don't need you guys, I'm going to filter you out, can't use them, then, but I do want to find like an STR friend and potentially a AGL friend as well, okay? So it's going to do that. It's only going to show me AGL guests and friends. Now, one thing we don't know as of right now, though, is will they have special friends for certain events? I'm going to highly doubt that. That would require a lot of, you know, depending on your filter, and then you can be like, okay, well, they're automatically going to have all 10 basic leaders, and then it's like all the categories and everything like that. And basically, I've been doing that speed run, right, where the speed run event would give you all of the current category leaders and type leaders, and then after that, you could start to find your friends and guests and everything like that for whatever run you're going through, essentially. Oh, no, sorry. The speed event didn't allow you to bring friends. But essentially, if this is the updated that particular way, then that's essentially what it would do. I highly doubt they're going to do that. It looks like from the looks of it, it's going to be focusing on filtering out your friends and then the guests and the pool of people that you are currently looking at. If you go into the event and you reset it by just leaving the event or beating the event and going back into it again, then you'll be in a new pool of people where you're going to see mostly your friends at the same, but maybe there's a couple extra guests in there that might have the leader you're finally looking for. So that is one thing just to kind of keep in mind there, essentially, okay? Now, one thing to note is that they don't have the refresh button anymore. If you remember correctly from the game currently right now at the time of this recording, it would just simply hit refresh and it would go back up to the top and keep doing that again. But this right here down here says reset, which must probably be the just simply, okay, it's going to just reset it from the beginning, essentially. Now the one thing I don't know is if this little reset button here resets the pool or just simply is the refresh button that we currently have right now, just retitled, I guess. That is one thing we're going to have to wait and see when it comes to this, okay? So as of right now, it looks like a cool little feature, but if they don't actually allow us to change the pool of friends / guests that we can go into, maybe, again, hoping this little reset button here allows us to do that. If it does allow us to reset the pool without having to go into the event and then go back, you know, and pick a friend again, great. This is for what the friend system is, right, without drastically changing it, because basically, it's kind of what they have to do to make it, which I think a lot of people want it to be, right? Just be able to simply pick whatever friend you basically want to take and you'd be good to go. That's not the way it's designed, unfortunately, and I don't think they're going to go back in and drastically overhaul it. But if at least this reset button and this filter button allow us to both filter out the types we don't want to see and show the types we do want to see, and the reset button actually resets the pool of friends, both guests and normal friends, obviously, then it is a very big step in the right direction. However, until we actually get the update, we're not going to see that, okay? By the way, this update is going to be going for, it looks like the 25th of June, if I didn't say that already. So June 25th, right after the World Tournament, Japan time, which is a Monday, okay? Now, quickly, let's go into the second part of the friends list, or the friends update, which is having to do with setting your basically a friend sub leader, essentially, to allow your other friends to use it. So this is what happens, essentially, okay? Okay, so if you guys saw that right now, okay, so if we back up here, essentially, so this thing's gonna be a pain in the butt again. Okay, so if you look at the top right here, you have support friend. You have this little button called support friend in the team menu, okay? So this isn't an event or anything like that. You can set this whenever you want, essentially, okay? Now, the one thing I don't know is if you can then set multiple friends, technically. I don't think you can. I think it's just simply gonna be set one friend, and then no matter what team you're switching between from, it's gonna stay at whatever that support friend is, okay? So you've got this button up here called support friend, okay? Then what they do is they go into, they clicked on it, essentially, and they must have the Namek Saga picked, because obviously this is the only Namek Saga cards that we currently see right now. And then what they're going to do is they're going to select LR Frieza. Right? Select LR Frieza. And it goes back. And they don't choose it, but they say, oh no, I don't want to do that. Actually, they must have backed out from LR Frieza, and they said, okay, I want to put the STR Gohan, and there he is. STR Gohan is now your friend support, essentially, okay? So this is what your friends are going to see when they are searching for friends or guests to take into events and everything like that, okay? So this is what the second part of the friend update is doing right there, okay? So this part, this is cool right here. I am all for this. You know, every time I've had people ask me, you know, hey, can you set your friend to this? It's kind of like, oh, I gotta go back into the game, make sure, because if I'm playing or something like that, right, I gotta be like, okay, quickly use this guy so I can keep going, essentially. So, but what this allows you to do is simply say, okay, I set it as my friend support. I'm gonna go back into the game and keep playing with the leader I need to use. You go ahead and use that whenever you want, essentially. I'll change it if you need to, or if another friend asks, and I can change it again. This I like. This is absolutely great to see right here in terms of setting a friend for someone else to use, right? Beautiful. Right there, it's always really good. So hopefully people will take advantage of this and say, okay, you know what? The popular friend right now, or maybe a lot of people are looking for but don't have the leader right now, is say Future Gohan, SSB, Vegeta, whatever it might be, right? I'm going to set mine there for you guys to use. I'm going to be the nice guy and everything like that. And I'm going to use whatever team I want, essentially, and it's not going to affect you by any means, okay? This is a great setup right here. Hopefully people do take advantage of it. Again, though, the second part when it comes to this part of the upgraded friend system in terms of looking and filtering it, the one thing we really need to hope for that it really does tackle, because it doesn't say in the Japanese at all. All it simply says is that you're going to be able to filter out types and character types and categories, and that's it, is, of course, this reset button right here. If this reset button allows you to reset the pool of friends that you are currently seeing to something else, aside from obviously having, because usually when the pool is reset, when you go into an event and you come back out, you still see the same friends for the most part, maybe one or two have changed, but it's the guests usually that have changed, right? All those guest friends that you see, those are the ones that changed mostly, of course, unless something is trending and we always see LR Goku and something like that, or whatever the case may be, right? So anyway, so if that reset button can change the pool, then great. For what the system is right now, it is a great update. If it doesn't do that and this reset button is just a refresh button retitled, then yeah, it's great that we have the filter system, but at the same time, you're running into the same problem you see on Super Battle Road or the LR events and everything like that, right? You try going to the LR event and it gives you those two special cards, like for right now on LR Goku, if you're trying to so farm him up, if you're newer and everything like that, it will give you like, you know, Mechanical Tau, and then it gives you, I think maybe the Trunks or something like that, depending on which stage you're doing. And then after that, it might show you friends or guests, but maybe they're using Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku free to play, but you want to take the Gohan or something like that, you know, whatever the case may be, and you can't find it, and you've got to do the whole refresh. So we'll have to see if the reset part of that actually does work. If it does, again, great, and this will be a great update. If not, it'll be half of a great update. So we'll have to wait and see. 25th of June, of course, is the day that is coming. Real quickly before I head out here, as you guys know, both JP and Global are doing a world tournaments, not really together, but they're just simply at the same time. Global, I think yours starts tomorrow, actually. That's Thursday, Japan time. So, but for you guys, of course, the Pacific Standard Time for when they usually do that. You guys are getting actually a unique World Tournament gift card for the global ranking, not the local ranking, but for the global ranking. You're getting this physical Mighty Mass. He's Super Saiyan. The downside to this is that if you want to raise a super attack, you're going to have to use the Super Strike card, get him up to Super Saiyan, and then throw him in. So that's kind of a bummer, but yeah, whatever. It is what it is. Now, what he is, as you guys all can, most of you guys can at least read English, but basically it's physical types, key +2, HP attack and defense up 50%. Not a bad leader skill, but there are better ones. Final Cannon raises attack and defense for 1 turn, which is pretty cool, and causes supreme damage. All right, pretty cool. I'm down for that so far. Passive skill, attack and defense up 80% when facing one opponent. Okay, so for the most part, aside from Super Battle Road, he's pretty good for most events. That's cool. All right, I'll take it. And then it says, evade the enemy's attack, including super attacks, which is cool, for 1 turn when HP is 40% or below once only. Okay, I guess it could maybe be one of those clutch moments, I guess. Like, you know, you get... this will be the thing, right? Is it going to work in terms of the moment you lose HP, kind of like a Big Bad Boss's Link? Or is it like at the beginning of the turn, if you are 40% or below, you will then evade the enemy's attack? Now, that is one thing to know right there. He will automatically evade no matter what. It's not going to be like a chance or anything like that. It's only once for battle, essentially, right? And it has to, again, your HP needs to be 40% or below. So it'll be interesting to see, is it at the moment you're at 40% or at the beginning of the turn, and then, oh, hey, I know that a super attack is coming for some reason because I use an item or whatever character I might have, and then it's like, okay, well, I'm going to put him here. He's going to evade that because I know he's going to automatically, and then I'm going to do this. So that's the one thing I really don't know. We'll have to wait and see when he comes out. Shocking speed, at least, for the key links. Physical, though, not many physical units have shocking speed. I mean, some do, but not all, so that'll be kind of interesting, I guess. More than MCI, plus 300, really? I thought that'd be updated, but okay, it is what it is. But anyway, so that seems to be the global exclusive, as of right now, exclusive World Tournament global rewards. I don't know if it'll come to JP. I'm assuming probably, maybe it could be the 25th. We're about to hit the 24th with the cell and everything. By the way, I did all the translations for the cell, because we did see him in the news, essentially. So go ahead and check that video out. I made like 3 videos of translating just a ton of stuff yesterday because of V-Jump and the game and everything like that. I'll have those at the end of the video, by the way, so you can go and check those out. So other than that, though, cool on Global. JP, we're getting our cell, and hopefully this friend system comes to both Global and JP really fast. JP obviously is on the 25th. Global, I hope you guys get it around at the latest, your year 3 anniversary, I think would be perfect timing, right? Why not celebrate the year 3 anniversary with getting the new friend system update? Hopefully that reset button is for the pool of friends and not just simply the refresh, looking new, essentially. So anyway, guys, that's going to be it for the video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments as always. Leave a like if you liked the video. Subscribe if you happen to be new. Do you think this friend system is going to be the update we all truly wanted? Or is it just going to be a refresh button and nothing really special is going to happen? Let me know down in the comments below. We'll know by next week. So anyway, guys, again, that's going to be it for the video. Until next time, everyone, I'll see you all in the next one.